Morning everybody and welcome to Swiss Chef. Today we are making mulberry pie, following on our theme of fresh fruit, seasonal summer fruit. We've blitzed about 200 grams of raw sugar in the Thermochef. We're going to add a bowl full of delicious, fresh, hulled and washed mulberries. While you're preparing these mulberries, you might be better off wearing a glove, because they definitely will stain your fingers. To that we're going to add a good sprinkle of cinnamon, and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Place the lid on that. We want our temperature to be 70 degrees. Speed 1. Now this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. What you should have is something that looks like that. It's really quite thin. At this point in time, you could freeze this. I would definitely freeze it before I thickened it if you were going to use it later. Now we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornflour, which has been dissolved in a little water. Just pour that straight in. Lid back on the Thermochef. Temperature 100. Speed 1. After about 4 minutes, this has reached a boiling temperature. It's still too thin for our pie. A little more corn flour, which has also been mixed with the water again. About another tablespoon or so. Speed 1. Just until that starts to boil again. As you can see, even though it thickens when it gets cold, that is still going to be too thin for a pie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little more corn flour mixed with the water and put it on again. You could of course use this as a stewed fruit or fold it into some muffins or some yogurt at this point in time, but I needed a little thicker for my pie. So off we go, another 100 degrees. On speed 1. Okay, after about 2 more minutes, we have this silky, rich, fresh fruit. It smells delicious. And the right consistency for our pie. Now we set that aside while we make our pastry. Now we spoon our prepared filling into our empty pie shell. Look how rich that looks. It's delicious. Don't be stingy with it, fill it right up. Nothing worse than a half empty pie. Now I like to get a little bit of milk wash. Just wet the edges of the pie. That enables the top to stick to it so it doesn't leak whilst cooking around the edges. You have to pierce the top of the pie crust to ensure that steam escapes whilst cooking, but we don't want any leaks around the edges. Now we lower our lid onto the prepared pie and unroll it like so. Just press down gently around the edges to make sure that there's a good contact. Then I like to roll the lower edges over the top edges like so, like a double seal. Just keep rolling around. Put your thumb and your 2 fingers like so. Quite a serious seal then. Then I get a fork and just put a couple of steam holes in the top. And give the whole thing another wash with some milk, especially the edges, because you want them to go nice and brown and don't burn. Just a little sprinkle of raw sugar over the top, mixed with the milk. That'll give it a nice caramelized sort of flavour. A little bit of crunch. It's optional, but I think it's nice. Now I'm going to pop this into the fan forced oven, 190 degrees, for about 30 minutes, or until it's nice and golden. Here is our completed mulberry pie, fresh out of the oven. Smells delicious. It's best to let this cool a little before you slice it, because it's quite full and it will definitely benefit from resting before slicing. You can eat this pie hot or cold on its own with a little natural yogurt or some ice cream or fresh cream. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or make a comment. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.